So the following is just a quick overview of some of the work I've been doing in the background. Really, when we take a look at it, so here's the rig object, just a quick summary. I built an object here that essentially has very similar data to your job sheets, but I'm able to update these weekly as you create new job sheets. So we'll update it weekly when I load in the rig data, and I've got it as a custom object. It's non-searchable, so it won't confuse anything with related to your actual job sheets. And what it allows us to do is to create these roll-up fields, which will automatically calculate. And the things that we're looking for are job sheet total, the job sheet count, the won, the loss, the revenue that you have, the revenue won, the revenue lost, and then what we've just kind of calculated your win rate, which is the won divided by count. So you're looking at about a 77%, almost 78% win rate with this particular rig here. How we use that, we look at it from an account-based selling process or account-based marketing. How do we market to these guys? What are we going to do to send messages to them? And so segmentation is the key. So ideas behind kind of segmentation, when I click on the drilling rigs object, I can come over here and I can select the rigs job sheet total. And essentially these are all the rigs that you've had job sheets related to them. And then I've just summarized it in kind of a summary format. And, here's the job sheet totals, job sheet count, job sheet won count, job sheet loss count, revenue total count, revenue won count, revenue loss count, your win rate. And then what we've also put in here is kind of what the rig status is. So, again, from an account-based sales perspective, what do we look at? We look at retaining accounts, we look at growing accounts, and we look at getting new accounts or win back accounts. Those types of things would be what our status is related to that particular rig. When you have it all together, we got about 50 different rigs here. So that's a big number to take a look at. So what we, again, really want to look at is kind of what our segmentation looks like. And then so what I did is I said, okay, well, let's take a look at job sheet 10 or greater. So these are accounts where your job sheet total is, so it's actually job sheet total, and I must have done one. So your job sheet, so job sheet total. So that's greater than 15. I'll have to go in and change the title on that. And really what I did when I said 10 or greater is you've won 10. So we've got job sheets where we've won more than 10 job sheets with this particular account. So these are high value accounts that we want to focus on. So we got 15 counts out of our 50, so about 30% of the accounts. And then so what we look at here is we say to ourselves, well, what is the objective of these particular accounts here? Do we want to, and we look at our win rate, so we got a win rate of 90, so that's a retention. So we say to ourselves, okay, from a sales and a marketing perspective, one is who owns this account, and then what is our marketing message if we want to start using email and things like that to stay in touch with these guys. It's what is our marketing message for this particular segment. And then here, again, we got 100% revenue. And then we've got, quite a bit of, I want to kind of segment it this way. Sorry, job sheet. I don't know why. There we go. Here's 160,000. So again, 81%. So we kind of look at our number and we say, okay, here's 81%. I would say that that's probably a retain account. And we've got a lot of revenue, so we're selling them a lot of different products. So what is our messaging there? Here, this EOG 245. Again, 77. So that's kind of getting in that category. My philosophy is anything kind of below 75%, you put into a grow category. So there's still some good room. We lost 8 job sheets there. And if we take a look at what our average job sheet transaction is, based it out, we got about 40 of them, so you can just kind of work out the numbers backwards. It's still a significant amount of revenue, so it actually has some opportunity for growth in that account still, but we might want to put it in the retain category. So to sum it up, I'm going to be able to update these weekly. My recommendation is we do subsets, small subsets. What I have here, one kind of idea from a campaign perspective, count rigs with greater than 10 job sheets associated one. And then we can look at what our rates are. So here we got, here we're looking at 47% rate. It's a grow ratio. So then once we see, do we want to grow them or we want to retain them, then we can look at our contacts and we can build 2 email templates, one for a retention perspective and one from a growth perspective in this market segment. And then we repeat it throughout, the different ones that we look at. So we look at guys that we've had less than 10 job sheets, one, and then, segment it by how many that is. So whatever, and then we can segment that one and segment the next one and segment the next one. So you end up having about 5 or 6 different market segments that we can then create campaigns and really focus on what our objective is. So I'll continue to work on this. I've got a couple other ideas that I'll implement next week. If you have any questions on this, just let me know.